Out there in YouTube land. We're going to wait till people log on. It is 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. We're on our way to do a gig, and got the contract right here. We're on our way to Palm City, Florida. Got a wedding gig we're doing. So yeah, it's going to be a good gig. Good gig. And we're going across Florida right now. We live on the Gulf side, so I guess this is on close to the Atlantic side. And just driving through a little town here. There's not really that many roads down here in Florida. Not like in the, bigger cities and things like that, And the road that we've been going down, there's no lights, so coming back, it's gonna be absolutely pitch darkness. Hey, R2, R3 Locking Up, what's happening, bro? Good seeing you, man, and thank you for liking all the videos, and thank you for subscribing. And I want to thank everyone that subscribes to our channel, and I want to thank Mr. Joe Wentz for having me yesterday on his show, the Joe Wentz Project. I really appreciate that. Talk with him and Ben Coombs. Ben Coombs is up in Canada, Ontario, Canada. He's got Canucks with guitars. So I know this video is going to be played again, like on the reruns, like the old sitcom reruns. So when people see the reruns, if a person has not subscribed to the Joe Wentz Project or Ben Coombs Canucks with guitars, go ahead and subscribe to their channels, and especially like you two, R2, R3, subscribe to R2, R3's Locking Nuts channel as well. Let's see, we got Adam EVH, Jim Geetrid. Yeah, Jim's a great guy, great guitar player too, man. Sinner, and those guys. I also have the Our Metal Station, or our Metal Stage show. So yeah. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's a great community here, R2, R3. It really is. This is a perfect platform for musicians and guitar players, not just to hang out, but to use to our advantage. And for people that are not gigging and they have a hard time to gig, well, if you put you could do your gigging on the internet right now, and on YouTube, use it as your platform, because it goes worldwide, which is so awesome. It is so awesome to have this platform. I think we would really miss it if something were to happen, so kind of cherish it. Very bad connection. Okay, well, there we go. We're back on. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Really do appreciate it. Yeah, we're going through part of a town here that I don't know if I'll get any dropouts. I shouldn't. We're hooked up with Verizon, so Verizon's they got a good network, so we should have no issues. But in case we do, I didn't do anything purpose. It just dropped off. Again, this is all new to me, and I thank Joe Wentz for helping me out, and Ben Coombs, and of course my wife. She knows a lot more about this. Hey, Ben Coombs, howdy, man. What's happening? Yeah, you guys rock. So yeah, it's just getting used to this platform. It just takes time. I'm still getting over the fact that VHS beat out Beta and the DVD, So, but yeah, it's great. And we were talking yesterday about using YouTube as your platform to do your shows. And I think Joe Wentz made a really good point about go ahead and do the live streaming, because it's the new platform of what's happening out here in the community. So yeah, but yeah, if anyone does watch these reruns, go ahead and subscribe to Ben Coombs, Joe Wentz Project, R2, R3 Locking Nut, Our Metal Stage, Bruce, Mr. Bruce out there. and a whole bunch of guys. And as time goes on, I'll be able to remember names, and I have them written down and things of that nature, because it is all about helping each other. And again, my purpose of doing these videos is to show the perspective of what we go through with our live gigs and the unsigned guitarists. And I really would like to help with the experiences that I have. I'm not a know-it-all person. I just know from my experience. So if you hear in the background the directions, we're still on the road to our wedding gig. So, but yeah, I do like to share the experiences, because if it can help somebody, then that's what it's all about. I really believe in that. Yeah, spread your knowledge. Yeah, thanks, Ben Coombs. Yeah, Ben Coombs has said, spread your knowledge, Dave. Yeah. And I'll try to read as the comments come up, because unless you know how to save the comments, I'll start to learn how to do that. It's kind of good to acknowledge the people. So yeah, we got R2, R3 locking nut on. We got Ben Coombs on.
Southeast 86th Boulevard for 3/4 of a mile.
And we got GPS on. So, but yeah, these are some of the gigs that we do. And I think, Ben, you had mentioned that you've got under your bucket list, you did, you guys, your whole band actually did a wedding gig, which is great, because how many bands do you see at a wedding gig anymore? It's mostly DJs, Picked up a gig playing one set next Friday, waiting on word from our bass player to confirm it. Cool. That's awesome, man. Yeah, get the gigs while you can, I mean, I know right now it's kind of like a dismal point in the live gigging world, but I'm hoping that things start to turn around again. But in the meantime, we got this platform, this great platform called YouTube, and even when people are doing the live chatting, they're sharing their experiences, and that is so great, because what it does, it encourages a new generation that wants to come out, and they would like to be able to go out there and play, and they have yet to have those experiences, or maybe they have very little of them, and what they do have of them, maybe it's not been so positive as far as what they were expecting, meaning expecting to have a big crowd and everyone is cheering for them. And a lot of times it's not like that, so sometimes you have to make your own environment, and I think this is what separates playing with confidence and an ego. Playing with confidence is when you can walk on that stage no matter what goes on, and you know that you own that stage for that moment in time, and it's not to say that you're better than anybody, but you're trying to create an environment for everyone to enjoy. Having the ego, that could kill a person, as we all know that, But it's really good to see guitar players use this, because how many guitar players out there have gotten so close to being signed, and the next thing you know, down the toilet it goes, or they've gotten nowhere near close to be signed, and they work real hard at it and keeping the day jobs and just working real hard. See, those are the guitar players that really deserve the recognition, because you guys are still working hard, like all of us. But I like to say you guys, because I don't want to put myself above anybody else, because I don't really believe that. Yeah, I was scouted. That's the closest I got asked. Yeah, there was interest, and then the interests, they come and go. And I'll tell you what, if anyone has also checked out JJ's House of Jams, he's got a video out, spotlighting his days on the road. So there's another guy to subscribe to his channel, JJ's House of Jams. I was able to watch some of it. I have to go back and watch all of it, because in between gigs, it's go, and it was real interesting to see that, real interesting to see that. And the best thing to do is talk with as many people as possible about this, and you could get all different, points of view, and all of them, you could kind of like sum up in your mind what would work for you, what won't work for you, and things of that nature, But people with experience, there's a lot of advice, and you know what? It does not matter how much experience you have. If you got experience on something, it's good to share that, because it does matter. It's like the funny part is another band is playing the. Oh, nice. That's cool, Ben. He said that. Let's see if I can. Oh yeah. Another band is supplying the backline, so Rich and I will be playing through Marshall stacks. Oh yeah, Ben. I know you're big on Fender amps, and honestly, I do like the sound of Fender amps. The Marshalls have a great tone for that kind of bottom punchy sound, you know. But for like singing leads and really cool smooth rhythms, man, there is nothing like a Fender amp. They just have that tone, you know. I used to own an old Fender Twin Reverb with 2 Altec speakers in it. Man, it was heavy as hell, man. I just hope they have a clean channel. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I know what you mean, Ben. Because you like, I like using that platform too. A clean channel so you can run your pedals through, you know, and you got your clean volume right there. That's what I like that too. Because otherwise you get this. You'll have to try to clean out that dirty channel as much as possible, and there's certain types of delays that'll just get all noisy. You know, certain modulation effect pedals you really do need to run through the effects loop or through the clean channel, and you know.
Turn left onto Southwest Martin Highway.
But yeah, a lot of the unsigned guitarists are the most hardest working guitarists out there. And again, I'm not saying that a person who's signed is not working hard, because half the time you're in the road, you know. Go. You're always constantly going, you know. So you spend as much time in the car as you do in, you know, trying to get the shows going. But the person that's not signed, there is a certain amount of hunger. It's like watching minor league baseball players play. They just got a certain amount of hunger. Yeah, it's a different type of work. I agree, Ben. Ben Coombs said, signed artists work hard, but it's a different type of work. Yeah, you're right. It really is. You know, here's my perspective on being signed, because, you know, my wife and I have done everything self-funded. So all our shows we did in Europe, Canada, when we were also in Mexico, and that, by the way, I forgot to mention, that's where we met Michael Anthony from Van Halen. Met a lot of people, but everything we did was self-funded. But my perception of being signed, all right, you're signed to a record label, but it's no different than you're working for somebody else. That record company just happens to be your boss. And my wife says it best, you know, the golden rule is the person who has the gold makes the rules. So the person that's got the funds, they're the ones that really have the power, because they're investing money in you. And I know that's sometimes it's really hard to take, you know, but it is a fact. If they are going to be, our metal stage. Hey, what's happening, guys? Just wanted to say a quick hello. Thank you, guys. Yeah, you guys keep rocking too. You guys are a great bunch of guys, man. I love the fact that you sell your shirts and the money goes to charity in that. I think that's what you mentioned. Yeah, when we get things up and going, we'll be able to, you know, purchase and that and help the cause. I really, really dig that. I think that is great. You see, here's the perception. People think that metalheads are a bunch of, you know, unintelligent dope heads or whatever, and that is so far from the truth, man. So far from the truth. And it's a good example of our metal stage. Great guys will support a great cause, and they're real people, and they are who they are, and they're proud of who they are. And I'm proud too, man. I think they're great people. Great people. But
you flipped the camera around and show.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of show this road. If I could do this, look, that's pretty cool. This is where we're at right now, guys. We're going through this area. I'm gonna try to turn the camera slow because I don't want to give anyone, you know, vertigo or anything like that. Sorry about the bug juice on the windshield. This is what happens. There's a lot of bugs out, man. But this part of the road, it kind of reminds me of back up in Illinois. We'd go to a place called Starved Rock, and there was, you know, roads like this. And of course, there was a lot of winding and twining and turning roads. But so yeah, if you notice, there's no street lights. So when we come back, it's going to be dark. So we're not going to come through here. because we do not need to see a creature come across, Bigfoot or a multi-legged creature come crossing the road. Or they'll say when the alligators cross the road, don't run them over because their height will blow out your tires, man. We haven't seen that yet, nor do we want to. So yeah, so this is part of what we go through, and this is what Florida, this is a part of Florida, you know, I forget exactly where we're at. I know we're going across the state, and I apologize about that, guys, but yeah, this is what it's like. I'm going to turn it real slow back because I don't want to give anybody a headache. I hope I'm back on. Yeah, it looks like I'm back on. Sorry, guys, if there was a... Yes. You talk about it, this would be a perfect horror movie. You know, The Walking Dead. Right here, man. So...
Definitely not coming back here at night.
Oh, we're not coming through here at night. So if I can... Where it looks like it tips off there, there's a ditch. And, okay, so we got these trees here, but sometimes there's no trees on the side of the road. And it's literally off the curb. And there's no curb, so it's right off the road. So if you make a wrong turn, you're in that ditch, man. And you're stuck. You'll be stuck all night. Yeah, it's a trip down here. It takes time to get used to. Yeah. Anyways, these roads, they're about, okay, I want to say maybe about 20 feet wide, maybe 21 to 20 wide. Yeah. Yeah, Bruce is a great guy, man. It says on the top of my screen, very bad connection. So if I drop out, guys, I'll apologize. Yeah, you guys are a great bunch of guys, man. Great guys, helping the cause, being a contribution to the community. I know the Tone King had mentioned something to that effect, and that's one of those bad boys for the Tone King. I like his videos, man. You know, you can't get started unless you get one of those bad boys. Now we can get started, you know. It's awesome. It's totally awesome. But yeah, for the unsigned guitarists, you know, I would like to see where products would mention on their website, you know, all the people that buy their products. You know, again, we know about the artist endorsements and things of that nature, and of course that does help a company, you know, and it does help the artist, and it is a great honor. But I mean, if I was a guitar builder, I think I would try to have a website that would honor everyone who bought my product and put their name on there. If they want to send a picture, put their picture on there, because when a person pays for the item, that money helps that company. And I mean, it's just common sense, you know. And I'm sure a lot of these people, they respect that and honor it. I'm not trying to say they don't, but it would be nice. Yeah, lots of buffering, Dave, but we will hold on there. Oh, thank you, guys. I really apologize about this, because I guess we're going through an area that Mars, Venus, and Pluto did not line up, so, you know, a weak signal. So, really do appreciate this, guys. When I can learn how to do more of these interviews, where just like Joe did with me, first I'm going to start with, it will be Joe Winch and Ben Coombs. And then what I'm going to do is see when I can do this, start interviewing only the people that are not signed, you know. I mean, it would be an honor to be able to interview people like Steve Vai and Al Di Meola, who is out of all the guitar players out there, Al Di Meola is the one that impacted me the most. But you see, I first heard him in the summer of 1981, and I just could not believe how fast someone could pick that cleanly. It was just incredible. But as equally impressive was when I heard Eruption in, maybe it was in springtime of 1979. I'm still in high school. And that was a mind blower. That just, man, that blew the doors down. That was totally awesome. So, but I mean, it'd be an honor. I wouldn't, turn down that offer to be able to interview and talk with those people. But I think what's more of an honor is talking with the people that really try hard that never get the opportunity. It's kind of sad to see things like that happen, but it's a reality, and I think it's very important because again they deserve it. And when I share my experiences, it's not to say anything that I'm not better than anybody. It's just the experiences I have. And again, if a person takes that in consideration, plus with all your guys' experiences, there is a generation that is coming up. Oh, I have sponsors not endorsing. Yeah, and sponsors. Hey, that's great, Ben. And that does help, And here's the thing. If these people are willing to help you out and they're being honest about it, there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely. Because one hand does wash the other, and use everything to your advantage. And that, and the gigs, doing the gigs online, live streaming, it's still a gig, it's still a performance. Now, just as far as the money transaction is concerned, that's something that I'm not really smart on doing yet. I know there's ways. It helps a lot to save about 20% on products. Oh yeah, with the sponsorship, yeah, that does. Good for you, man. That's great. So I don't know if anyone's seen Joe Wentz's videos with his new Jem Jr., but he's rocking out on that guitar, man. He's awesome. Very happy for him. And I guess his new Gator case came. He opens it up and it's got like a little LED light in there. Pretty badass. And yeah, I like watching him play, man. I like watching him play. Ben, I like watching you play. When you have your live chats, you'll be jamming a little bit there. Yeah, you're a good picker, man. You're definitely a good picker. Yeah, it is a great guitar he's got. Yeah. No problem, Ben. Yeah, seriously, you are definitely a good musician. You don't have to be a supersonic shredder to be good. You just have to make it sound good. That's all. Because the reality is, how much can you remember? Now, us guitar players, we'll be able to retain a lot of the information, because when you're doing a lot of practicing, we're just drilling it in our minds and our heads. But if a person were to hum a melody, they're going to probably pick up on the notes that they could actually hear and remember, and there's your melody right there. So that's why the melody is very important, because that's what really stands out. But it is fun to be able to do the shredding, especially if you do it on the acoustic. Then you got to have your technique. You got to be up to par. But see, the acoustic and the electric is two different instruments. You give a classical guitarist that never picked up electric guitar, they're not gonna know what to do with it, man. Yeah, that's what I like about Joe. He has a lot of different guitars for different styles. Exactly, he does. Yeah, and that does make a difference. Each guitar does have their own sound. Our metal stage. I'm getting ready to install a set of bone-breaking EMGs into a Gibson Explorer. Ooh, that's gonna sound badass, man. That's gonna rock big time. Yeah, R2R3 Locking Nut says I agree. Yeah, I've had someone tell me about putting EMGs in my Gibson Les Paul, but I'm just gonna leave it as it is. If I had another guitar, maybe I would do that, but not. I did do a little modification on the Gibson. I just put in a Tone Pros bridge that's got the roller saddles. That's because I do a lot of heavy palm muting, and sometimes I have a tendency to sweat a lot and then break the strings. But if you do that, you do have to specify whether it's a Gibson or an Epiphone, because there is two different styles. So yeah, it does make a difference. But I've had really good luck with those with the roller bridge. The bridge with the roller saddles, they work great. They really do work great. And again, down here, it gets so hot. Down here in Florida, holy crap. I mean, we've had it hot up in Illinois, and we've had it hot up in Wisconsin, because I used to play at the Taste of Wisconsin up in Kenosha. And, man, I'd be like that sun be right on me. Ready to get hot. And I used to do the Renaissance Fair, too, the Bristol Renaissance Fair. We'd be in the costume, and, boy, you sweat, man. And we're there all day. See, the gates open at 10, but we have to be there like 8:30 because we have like safety meetings and things of that nature. So you have to be there. We're there all day, you know. So, but yeah, as long as I can, and I'm gonna probably keep this going. Not the live chat today, because I do have to get to our destination. But with these real live gigs and these videos and that, you know, keep it going as long as I can, as long as YouTube stays on. Just to show the perspective of what we go through. And, you know, I don't want to burn it out, and I don't want it to start to get boring, you know, but just kind of let people see that for the people that go out there and they don't have such a great gig, well, that's part of life, and we all go through that, you know. So if that could encourage a person to keep going, keep their passion going, then yeah, absolutely, you know. Just reconnecting. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I keep having these dropouts here. But yeah, again, this is like one of the type of gigs we'll do. We'll get these wedding gigs and pull the. Yeah, sorry, Ben. That's what happens. Yep. Yeah. Hey, guys. You guys recorded an unboxing. I'll check it out too. I think it's Steve from Boston sent a message saying that he's got at 7 o'clock tonight Eastern time. He's got a live stream going on. I'll be doing this wedding gig, so I won't be able to check that out. But yeah, if you guys wanted to go in and check out Steve from Boston. And okay, closing up. Ben Coombs closing up for lunch. Hey, see. That's just it, man. The real world is everyone's out there working. You know, music can be a really tough way to make a living. You know, even for the majors. All right, if the majors, once they're established, you know, again, it comes down to watching what you spend. And again, like my wife says, she says it best, you know, just watch what you spend. I think it's important to surround yourself with smarter people than you know. Like myself, my wife's smarter than me, and I'm very honored that she's my wife, because she's, you know, smart people are not going to screw each other over, you know. So always surround yourself with people that got more knowledge, and you know, learn as much as you can. And I'm back. Laugh out loud, Ben Coombs. Yeah. So yeah, this is really cool, guys. Again, you know, the more I get formatted with everything, the more I'm going to have more subjects to talk about. But, you know, really keeping it with the gigs and the unsigned guitarists. And once I could get all this formulated where I could start doing live chatting or like live interviewing, then, hey, Jim, what's happening, man? You're a great guy, man. Yeah, subscribe to Jim Geetridge's channel, too, man. I like watching him jam with his son. I think it's great. I think it's anyone that wants to say how bad the scene is, and you know, we know it could be pretty bad, but use everything to your advantage, and YouTube is a great platform. And like I said, Joe Wynn said yesterday, go ahead and do the live streaming, because it seems that YouTube might be pushing more of the live streaming. And yeah, get yourself out there, man. And I think that's that's the magic with YouTube, because you never know who's out there watching. And even though when we're done with the live stream and it stays on there, we're like, I call it reruns. Yeah, people watch. Maybe they not be watching right now, but down the road they go through the channels and say, hey, what's happening out there, you know? And I'll check this out and I'll check that out. And again, like I said, unsigned guitarists, no one needs to be signed anymore. I mean, I'm not trying to knock an industry, but I'm just kind of like saying how it is for us. You know, we got this platform, we could use it for our advantage, and we could get out there and we could play, and then let the chips fall where they may. It never bothers me if a person's got an opinion on something. It doesn't bother me. I'm not going to cry and wet the bed over it, you know. Just keep moving forward. Some things you're going to do, people are going to like. Some things you're going to do, they might not like, you know. That's just life. But always just keep moving forward. Don't let people drag you down. Because if you let them drag you down, they'll drag you down, you know. So, yeah, right now the temperature down here is like 81 degrees. And it's cloudy. This wedding gig is, the ceremony's outside. The cocktail hour is inside. And I'm going to tell you something with these weddings, man. They've evolved into something that's like almost not a wedding. It's just so different. Everything is different. So Ben Coombs, 62 here. It's 62 where you're at. Not bad, man. For being up in Canada. Canada's a beautiful country, man. It's great up there. Although when we did the gig up there, it was in February. It was all snow. We see the Canadian flag and white. And that was it. And literally, yeah, cold wind though. Yeah, Ben Coombs said the wind is cold up there, even though it's 62 degrees. Yeah, we literally drove up there for I don't know, it was a surprise birthday party or something. We got hired to drive, and we drove up there, and the people, they couldn't believe that we were turning around and driving back, and which we did. But that's how we would do our shows. And there were times when we had to sleep in the car and then take showers in the truck stop. Jim Guitry said it's 85 in Shreveport. Oh, nice. Yeah, you're warmer there, Jim, than we are down here, man. I'll tell you what, it's the southern states is nice, man. You know, the southern hospitality, and you can't beat it. Can't beat it, man. It's just totally awesome. So, yeah, we're making our turn here, so I'm trying to let my wife hear the GPS. Yeah. Oh, I did a gig, and it was minus 45 without the wind chill during. Oh, yeah, Ben, that's, oh my God. See, you guys really get cold up there. Even colder for the loadouts, yeah. Because, see, by the time you're done, yeah, this past January, that was, holy crap. That's cold, man. You see, now, Jim, did you take out the Telecaster, the 71? I mean, Ben, did you take out the 71 Tele? Because I know you said that's your main guitar, and that's a nice guitar, man. Which, you know, they're made to last, you know, they can handle it, but it's still, you know, you get really, you get protective over expensive gear, you know, because you don't want it to get destroyed. Yes, it was my first gig with that guitar. Whoa, Ben. Yeah, I'm sure it held up because it seems like it's holding up, you know. That's how you can tell something's built like a rock. Because that is some wicked temperatures, man. Yeah. From 78 to 45 degrees here in Chicago. Oh, R2, R3. Whoa. Yeah, see, Chicago, it is some badass temperature swings, man. My roadies keep an eye on my gear. Oh, that's cool if you got roadies, Ben. Our roadies would get drunk and high and drop things. Or we'd have, you know, being a guy in a metal band and all that. And then the roadies were all guys. And then as soon as a girl walks by in a mini skirt, they'd leave the gear just wherever they drop it, and they go follow the mini skirt. And next thing you know, you're looking for your gear, and you see it's outside. Like, dude, chase the skirts later, man. I don't want to get my stuff ripped off. Yeah, it was a lot of fun back in the day, though. But you know, a lot of those places are gone, and this is a new generation. And it's really great to see, you know, great to see good people out there. I have guys that volunteer as roadies for us Always buy. Okay, always buy him dinner at least. Yeah. Yeah, Ben, that's a good guy there. Yeah. Appreciate him, because the ones that do work, they work hard. I'll tell you one roadie I would not want a roadie for is Yngwie Malmsteen. Not to say anything bad about him, but lug all those Marshalls around, and then the speaker cords, because you know, your head to cabinet cords are different than your guitar cables, as a lot of us know. And then if everything gets all mixed up, remember, Roadie never drank or did anything, plus he was 6 foot, yeah. R2, R3, yeah.
Take exit 114.
You had a good roadie right there, man. Yeah, you definitely had a good roadie right there. So no one messed with your stuff, and no one messed with you, man, and no one messed with him. Smart.
Southwest Becker Road.
So R2, R3, I don't know if I think Penny Road Pub is still open, depending on what part of Chicago you live in. Let's see, we used to play at Penny Road Pub in South Barrington, Bada Brew, which is in Crest Hill, Nightcaps, which is on Irving Park Road in Chicago. Then there was a place called Uncle Snorky's, that was in Berwyn, but that closed. And Smiley Coogan's closed, and then it reopened.
Southwest Becker Road for 7
There's a guy
miles.
named Scott Davidson that has Rebel Radio. I think it's on AM right now, back in Chicago. And Scott's a good guy. Scott Davidson's a great guy. Hey, JJ House of Jams, what's happening, man? Good hearing from you. Good seeing you. Our roadie was quite happy. Okay. When we went from playing through half stacks and went down to combo amps. Yeah. Yeah, Ben. The roadies love that. They love the combo amps. Oh, Penny Road Pub's still there. I played all those places. Yeah. Yeah, we used to, Penny Road Pub, you'd have to do like multiple band gigs there. And, hey, Scott Nicholson, what's happening? Nicholson, sorry. Sometimes I'm like Archie Bunker. I mispronounce people's names. I'm sorry about that, guys. Yeah, JJ House of Jams. He's got this video up of the glory days of being on the road, man. And you guys ought to check that out. And again, when this goes up on YouTube, when people log on for the first time, there's going to be a lot of, some younger kids or some people just starting out doing this. So I urge them to, go check out JJ House of Jams video. And all you guys, subscribe to all you guys, these people, for them to do that. Because they're going to learn. They're going to learn a lot. And they're going to learn that there's people out there just like us. Hard-working people. Some of us, have our day jobs. Some of us, we were able to quit our day jobs because we had the music going full time. But then again, see, it's always like this, a roller coaster. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Oh yeah, you're welcome, JJ. No problem, man. You deserve that credit, man. I don't know what part of England you're from, but my wife, my mother-in-law, she's from Birmingham, England. Great lady. I love my in-laws. They're
She's there right now. Mom's in England.
Oh, Mom's in England right now? Yeah, she's in England right now. Good for her. Visiting family in Birmingham, England. So, now that was a really cool story, JJ, how you got over here and then you guys hit the road, and it's tough, man, but you know what? It's a great experience. It's great when you're young to do that. If you want to do it when you're older, you'd have to, like my wife and I, we do not have any kids. And that was a choice we made because we knew we would be doing a lot of traveling. I come from a broken family. I love my folks, but I know from firsthand experience, kids need stability. Oh, I'm from Brighton. Yeah, JJ's from Brighton, England. Yeah, great, man. Sweet. Best quote I ever gave a non-musician asking what... Okay, I'm sorry about that, Ben. Let me pull that back up. Will it pull back up? Yeah. It's not all leather. Yeah, you're right, Ben. It's not all leather pants and blowjobs. Man, you got that right. Half the stuff that they show on TV, and I never want to come across like I'm knocking something. I'm only going to say it really like it is because it needs to be said. And these are TV shows that glorify things, but they're TV shows that they need ratings. That's why they do it, you know. If they really show what it's like, maybe they wouldn't get any ratings. I mean, I don't know. You call them in-laws, I call them outlaws. R2. Yeah, you know, some people don't get along with their in-laws, you know, it's sad, but that's just how life is, right? You know, you do the best you can. That's all you can do. I'll tell you what, R2, I saw some of your guitars, man, and you got some sweet guitars. I'll do a video of the ones I have, and, you know, some of them they're great guitars. I mean, I used to have a 1978 Ibanez Artis. I traded that in, and then later on I had a 1979 Ibanez Artis, and I traded that in. And then in between that time, back in 1983, I bought a Gibson Flying V that did not have the pick guard. It had like the body binding, and it was like a blonde finish. And I sold it. I actually traded it for the Fender Twin, because a friend of mine said, on the back of the headstock, it had the word second stamped on the back. Oh, I'll get you on a group hangout, Dave, and you can show the... Oh, yeah, thanks, Ben. I appreciate that. Thanks, man. I'll show the guitars. Plus, I think the only vintage pedal I have left... I have a couple of my old DOD pedals, but I have an old Crybaby wah pedal from Thomas International. I have more guitars to share, Dave. Hey, R2, yeah, go ahead. Do that, man. Do that, because... You got a really nice collection there. See, I gotta watch my collection down here, because when we have our hurricanes, you know, this was a bad hurricane, and this was our first hurricane, and we had to, you know, get out of Dodge, and I was only able to save 3 of my guitars, but nothing happened to the rest of them. Thank God for that, you know. But I was really expecting to come back to the house and it to be just totally destroyed, and a neck of a guitar over here, a pickup over there, and things of that nature. So, yeah, I got to be prepared for stuff like that, because there's only so much you could fit in a Toyota RAV. And even though we got 2 of them, we really don't have a trailer. And the thing is, when these hurricanes come, you know, and you got to evacuate, there's no time to go to U-Haul and rent a U-Haul. Everyone's getting the hell out of Dodge, man. You know, they're grabbing water and they're grabbing gas. It looks like the apocalypse, man. It was the weirdest thing I've ever experienced in my life. So that's why I just watched my guitar collection. Yeah, this is really cool, you know, visiting with you guys and just learning more about you guys and all your experiences and that, you know. I'm thinking I'll go living news and hangouts tomorrow in case. Yeah. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm trying to watch as much as I can because I don't know how close we are.
Gas.
Oh.
There's a Subway for sandwiches.
Oh, we're going to be getting gas, and there's a Subway for sandwiches, Deb says. So,
300 feet.
yeah. I'm thinking I'll go live using hangouts tomorrow in case someone wants to jump in. I'll see if I can, Ben. See how busy my day is. Sometimes it's the only day Deb and I have for each other, you know, and I'll tell you what, that saying, happy wife, happy life, means everything. And of course, I love my wife to death. She's the greatest thing that's happened to my life. So I always try to respect the missus and that. So anyways, guys, we're at a destination. I think I'm going to have to jump off. I thank everyone for jumping on. I thank everyone for your support. And if you guys have any suggestions you want to leave in the comments that would help the show, please do. And if there's any, even if you guys have any you know, things you need for me to critique, I always respect that. I don't take anything personal. I take it all in stride because, you know, I'm really new to doing this streaming thing. But, I mean, I think you guys are the best, man. And God bless all of you. You guys are the greatest. And definitely we'll be doing more of this on Saturdays. I'll see if I could do something on a Wednesday. But I'm going to see about that. I'm also going to be doing a thing called How to Do, which will be kind of showing certain aspects of lessons, how I develop technique, and how I use the gear that I use for live shows and things of that nature. I think Sonia was interested in that. So, but again, guys, I really appreciate this. We wish everyone well. You guys have a great day. God bless you guys. And like I always say, the great philosopher, the great Canadian philosopher, Ben Coombs, hold those doors open for people and always desire to inspire. God bless everybody. We'll see you next time. Take care. So long.